guys. It's kind of like me, um, pretty much. It's basically you guys kind of playing along with the questions. So I went to my Tumblr account, like I said before, to see these. I get so many crazy anonymous questions on my Tumblr account. It's crazy. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna start answering these things. So here we go. Um, so I gonna take about a good amount of them. I think I'm gonna go a bunch, but and like I said, these are all anonymous, as you can see here. Look at that. You can't really see, it's too much glare, but look at all these anonymous questions I get. You see that on my Tumblr account? So that's basically now what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna answer these anonymous questions. I'll do them live for you, and you guys can kind of contribute as well, like answer the questions as well if you want to. So and sit back, enjoy. We're not gonna be here for too long, but hey, let's do it. All right, so let's go to this first question. Well, a bunch of I just chose randomly. Okay, this is anonymous question. The question is, what non WWE female wrestler do you want signed to the company? Okay, uh, that's a tough one because there's so many. There's so many females that are female wrestlers who are not signed with WWE that I would love to see signed with the company. I'll just name one off the top of my head that popped up. Mia Yim is definitely one. She's gonna be back in the Mae Young Classic, um, but I would love to see Mia Yim sign with the company. She's been everywhere in terms of the indie circuit. I follow her on Twitter. I follow her on Instagram. I love her. You know, she's the Blasian. She's great. Um, and she's got a good repertoire, and she really honed her skills a lot, and really sculpted herself well. Because when I first saw her, she wasn't as cut as she is now. Um, but I would love to see Mia get signed to the company because when she did appear on WWE TV prior to the Mae Young Classic, she was in a squash match with Charlotte Flair, and I blew a gasket with that one. I was like, no. So yeah, Mia Yim's definitely one of them. Definitely. Next question. Um, Next anonymous question: dark skin or light skin? Okay. Okay. Um, that has no merit on me in terms of you're talking about women, right? Because I like them dark, I like them light skin. So there you go. If that's what you want, all right. So that question is answered. Those two questions, so those could get deleted. All right, deleted, deleted. All right. Question number. The next question: have you watched the anime Black Lagoon? Of course. Rebby, Revy, Jesus Christ, come on! Like I, I knew about Black Lagoon before Cartoon Network started showing it on Adult Swim. So I'm like a little too late, little late to Cartoon Network because I already know about this show. Great show. Revy got the foulest mouth you'll ever see in your life. But I would say Black Lagoon is one of those anime series that I can actually. I don't necessarily. I would maybe like to see live action, and I can take if Hollywood somewhat did it. You know, there's a part of me saying I don't know how they could mess up with this, but hey, they messed up on a lot of other stuff that just looks too easy. So yeah, um, delete it. Okay, next question. Who's your number one black superhero? Luke Cage. Yes, Luke Cage is my number one favorite black superhero. Yes, before Black Panther, guys. Um, I love T'Challa. I think he's number two. But Luke Cage is, I think what it draws me more to Luke Cage, as much as I like Panther, is that Luke is somewhat the everyday man. You know what I mean? Like he's that he's the hero that he's like one of us. He's a normal guy that got into a situation. His boy set him up, sent him to prison. He he pretty much volunteered for an experiment. The racist uh, warden tried to ruin his life, and he ended up with super strength, endurance, all this, and bulletproof skin. And I think what also I remember this guy actually said, I forgot who said it, but he is also the kind of the equivalent of the the temperament of being black. He's unbreakable. He can't be hurt, and that's kind of something that in the black community, that's in history wise, we've been beaten, we've been black, we've been this, but we don't give up. We keep, and I like that. But Luke is definitely he's my number one favorite black superhero. I have others, but he's my favorite. Um, okay, next one. Do you hate the looks of Starfire, Raven, and Beast Boy in the upcoming Titans show? I'm not big fans of them. I'm not a big fan of those series in general. That series in general. I don't like seeing Titans basically some young psychopaths killing people. Like, no, I don't. I don't like Starfire's look. Look, guys, look. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. She looks like a hooker. She looks like a prostitute. Like, and it's gotten so it's gotten to the point now. There's already cosplays for that look that Miss Dipo is playing as Starfire. Don't mind her, Miss Dipo, as Starfire. I don't mind. I didn't care about that at all. But I'm concerned about her look and what she looks like. Raven, and Beast Boy, So yeah, they I just have concerns about that shows in general. Moving on next, and then after that, I'll see who's in the comment sections now. Okay, next anonymous question, guys, is you can't really see it once again. Uh, Next anonymous question is see. I wish my screen wasn't so dark, but I'm on this question: yellow or pink ranger? Who is more attractive? Uh, okay. Looking at all the yellow rangers and looking at all the pink rangers that I have, because I haven't not I fell off of Power Rangers probably Jesus Christ, it's been so long, but I have always stayed came back to see Tommy come back, like see Jason David Frank, but um, I'm gonna have to go probably yellow a little bit more because the Yellow Rangers has always been a little bit more diverse. You saw a flow of diverse with the Yellow Rangers. With the Pink Ranger, it was almost the same, almost. So I'll definitely say the yellow. Okay, let me see um, what's going on. Let's see. I'm gonna check to see what's going on before I go back. Move to the next. All right, let's see. Okay. All right. Let's see if anybody answers some of the questions I asked or I answered. Okay, Val Shepard. Hey, Travis, Darth, Marianne, Tim, uh, Tim. You add Tony Storm. End of question. End. Uh, Tony Storm is somewhat signed with WWE, but she's with the UK division. So Nathan's here. Aja Khan, Travis said that. Wow, that's a good one. Barry's here. Marion. I'm not answering any questions, guys. So just hope you know that. So please don't ask any questions. All right. Okay. Moving on. Let's move on to the next anonymous question. Okay. The next question: will you be watching the Karate Kid series Cobra Kai? I did watch it. It was actually good. I enjoyed it. It was great to see, you know, Daniel and Johnny back together. It ended differently, but it was good. I'm looking forward to season two. So yeah, and it is a part of the that YouTube Red, So, but there are sites where you can watch it. Like you can watch it. So, all right, next question. Thoughts on Baron Mordo playing Scar in the Lion King remake? You mean the live action? You mean Chawel Ecclefort is playing Scar. He's gonna voice Scar in this. I'm fine with it. You know, I'm fine with it, but it would have been cool to have Jeremy Irons come back to voice him. They got James Earl Jones coming back for Mufasa, so why not Scar have Jeremy Irons come back? But I'm cool with it. I'm cool. Uh, delete that. Next question. Next question is: have you been watching Marvel's Spider-Man on Disney XD? I have. I actually kind of like it. It's not that bad compared to the other Marvel cartoons that's been on Disney XD. It's pretty good. There's some stuff I don't like. What I could say what I don't like is they have de-aged a lot of people. Like Doc Ock is like almost the same age as Peter and things like that. But not too bad. I mean they did Spider Gwen already. They brought Miles Morales in already. They've done a lot. Flash was in an episode, and I think he was already Venom for a while. Um, so yeah, I've been watching it. I don't. I've been watching it. Okay. Next anonymous question. How did you enjoy the new Venom trailer? Whatever. Um, look, man. This Venom movie, I watched that third trailer, and it still has done nothing for me. It has done nothing for me to be excited about. Even though they show other symbiotes, and they are taking from the lethal protector storyline, and I would say even a little bit of the separation anxiety storyline where Venom had all his other children. You see a bunch of other symbiotes and stuff like that, and they actually said symbiote in the trailer. So I was like, whoa, they actually not my cup of tea. Um, you Once again, I said I'm. This is a segment called I'm answering anonymous questions from my Tumblr account that I get them all the time. I get like 5 a day. It's not even. I'm dead serious about that. And I'm not answering questions. You can answer the questions I'm 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 Satan here, but don't ask me questions. So if anybody's out there who got questions, who's putting them in the comments, retract them now because I'm not answering them. This is not really a Q&A today. This is not. Next question. Next. All right. We are down. I'm only doing four more, and then that's it for me. That's it. Okay. Anonymous question. This is. I think this is. Uh, no. Okay. Next question. Okay. Who are your top five comic writers who happen to be female? Um, that's kind of easy. Very easy indeed. You want me to go in order? I'll go in order for you. Okay. Number one, Gail Simone. Number two, Kelly Sue DeConnick. Number three, Marguerite Liu. Number four, Marguerite Bennett. Number five, Kelly Thompson. Those are my number. Those are my top five favorite comic book writers who happen to be female. And I wish you would put your name, dude, because that whoever wrote this, because just you saying that, I like that. I like how you rewrote this. Top five comic writers who happen to be female, because to me, I don't look at them as female comic writers. They're just comic writers. So those are my top five. I've met Gail Simone twice in my lifetime, and I can damn near say she is a good friend of mine. Her and her husband Scott. I have met Marguerite Bennett once. Beautiful woman, tall as hell. Woman's an Amazon. That woman's. Met Marguerite Liu at last year's New York Comic Con. Really sweet woman. Never met Kelly Sue DeConnick, but I've spoken with her on Twitter plenty of times in private messages and everything. She's really just cool. And I've never met Kelly Thomas as well. But I like her writing. I'm reading a lot of stuff that Kelly Thomas is writing. I was always reading a lot of stuff she wrote. Um, she wrote the first issue of Mr. and Mrs. X, because Gambit and Rogue now are married. So it's a book about them together. It's really cool. Um, and I know she got the West. She's bringing back the West Coast Avengers. I couldn't believe that. Uh, but I might get that in trade. I might, because the lineup is kind of weird. It's just, but I will support it. I'll support it in a trade. All right, delete. Yeah, I want to know y'all answer that question. That last one I just said. Okay, next one. How do you feel about the rumored Craven the Hunter movie? Yeah, I saw this. I saw this on Facebook. My friend Deadpoolzilla actually he put it on his and um, he posted it from CBR and them saying that Sony is actually thinking about making a Craven the Hunter movie with the people who scripted Equalizer to do the script, write the script. I love Craven. He's my number one favorite Spider-Man villain. But once again, Sony just I shake my head with Sony because it's like they do this every time. They're doing this again. Let's put out a movie of a Spider-Man villain. This is stupid. This is so stupid. It's so stupid. I can't. I just can't. It's just like, what's the story going to be? Are we going to learn of why Craven is without Spider-Man? In some way, there is no Craven the Hunter. And what I mean by that is, without this guy, Craven would have not become obsessed and become as honed as a hunter as he is now, and things like that. It's like a little mystique always is a good appeal for a villain. Like sometimes I don't want to know everything about a villain. Like, okay, what makes like they're doing that Joker movie, and I'm like, I don't care. I really don't care. It's like, why? Why? And with that, once again, this is why I've always said I really wish Marvel would fight again for Sony to get full control of the character and his world, because this Sony gonna continue to do this. They're gonna continue. The next question: uh, Are you enjoying Spencer's Amazing Spider-Man run so far? The first two issues of Spencer's with MJ in the bed, half naked. I'm like, that's there we go. That's I missed this. It's great. And like, yeah, don't marry them to keep them together. Like, I like this, and I've met Nick Spencer. A couple of weeks ago, he went down, and I actually had him sign my #1 issue of Amazing Spider-Man. 700 and 803, I believe it. I'm not sure. You may not be able to see it, but you probably can't see it. But that's me and me and Nick together. You probably can't see him because he's white. So uh, there you go. Got it. There you go. That's me and him at Midtown. So nice guy. A lot shorter than I thought he was, but nice guy. And I just told him to have fun with the character. So yeah. Uh, and before I answer the last one, because I'm only going to answer so many anonymous questions. Uh, One more. This is the 14th. I think I just answered 14th, and I got plenty more, but I'm gonna just answer one more, and then maybe, and then for half an hour, rapid fire questions. Y'all can get some questions from me. All right. So let's see what's going on. Um, this is a Spider-Man shirt. His costume. Dan Slott. His last run. This is the Spidey the spider emblem that glue in the dark. This glows in the dark. It'll glow. I got this from. You can get this from my comic shop, Midtown Comics. You can go to their website and you'll find it there. Just it comes in red and gray. All right. Okay, so everybody just chilling. All right. Next question, last question. And oh yeah, forgot to delete the last question. Okay, last question. Here we go. Number 14. The 14th question that I'm answering tonight. Um, are you still going to New York Comic Con 2018? Yes. Once again, yes. I had to. I had to. I had to basically call off another event that I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to NXT Brooklyn. What was this? The fourth time they were going, and I had to. I was like, I already put in for Comic Con, and I'm going to save up and stuff, and things like that. So can't go to NXT this year. That's okay. It'll come back to Brooklyn. I'm sure it's gonna come back again. There'll be a really thing, a daily, a yearly thing. So it'll probably be in Brooklyn again, and I'll definitely go there. But Comic Con is definitely gonna be. I'm gonna be there for 2 days. For 2 days, I'm going as always. I'm going Thursday. And Friday, I'll be there Friday. And Friday, I will be dressing. I'll be cosplaying. And last year, I cosplayed for the first time at New York Comic Con. That was the year I took my brother. He had a blast. I was happy. I was really happy. He had a good time. This time around, last year I cosplayed as Agent 47 from Hitman, decked out in a black suit, red tie, had the guns, gloves. I had the scowl. I was kind of quiet at times until I met Gail Simone. That was it. Took great photos with a lot of cosplayers, um, but nobody really recognized me. If they did, it was a little too late. I shaved my head and everything. The tattoo, the barcode tattoo that he has on it, I bought it, but it wouldn't stick because it was like, you dab a little water on it and just it'll stick. You just pop off and put it on, and it would never stay on. So, but this year around, people will recognize who I am because I am going as I'm not a young man anymore. I'm going as Soldier 76 from Overwatch. I'll be decked out, looking like with the visor, the gun, everything. Um, I'm gonna have a blast with that one. People will recognize me then. But definitely will taking a lot of pictures. The first day I'll go is just I'm not gonna be dressed up, just you know, but I'm just there now to just shop and meet artists. Because most of the time when I'm at Comic Con, I stay directly in Artist Alley. That is my destination. That is my go-to spot. Artist Alley. I'll go there and get books and stuff signed by my favorite artists or writers. It's like last year, '07. I took a lot of books that Greg worked on, and I got a lot of my books signed by Greg Pak. Um, um, like I said, Gail, I had like a bunch of books for Gail. Some she signed every last one of them too. That made I was kind of hyperventilating. I'm not even joking about that. Meeting her for the first time, she knew me, but and her husband just did the Scott just did the most absolute greatest thing ever. As soon as he was like, "So you're the Mount Vernon kid that's on Twitter always talking to her," and he just hyped me up and then we met again, um, and he was just telling me about how there's a lot of people that don't really like what Gail has to say on Twitter, but guys like me and my friend Blue Goblin, has as much as we praised her about her writing, that really helps. She really appreciates that, and I really appreciate just her acknowledging me like that. That's really special to me, and I do consider Gail a friend. Um, I I can say I've told her personally, I love you, Gail, and I meant that from the bottom of my heart. I was like, I love you. God bless you. Continue to write what you do, because I've always said it. Gail Simone can take those minor or B-list characters and make something better out of them. And you don't buy that? Look at what she did with Catman. She turned that character around and made people like look at him different, like, whoa, okay. Look at her run of Secret Six, her Birds of Prey run. Everything this woman writes, she gives 110%, and either you hate it or you don't. She puts her all into it. I've said it before. Since then, nobody has had a better Batgirl run than Gail. Nobody. Anybody who's come over to write Batgirl, every time I read them, I'm just like, you know what? Don't do it, Chris. Don't do it. But then it just happened. It's not better than Gail's run. She really evolved Babs to where now, if you read Batgirl now, it's almost like they've taken 2 steps back with her, and I don't like. She finally came back to Marvel now. She's writing with Marvel again. She's writing Domino, and her first couple of issues of Domino have been great. You know, it's been great. I've known a lot about Nina Thurman, but the way other writers have written her is that she's just a over sexualized, horny mutant mercenary. Like, she's got to get it. Like, and you see that a lot. Like when she was a part of Uncanny X Force, and Colossus was on the team, she was always trying to get some ugh, from from Colossus. Like it's always hard. Like, and it was just like, goddamn, like y'all could calm that down a little bit. Like, calm that down a little bit. But in this, she makes Gail makes the life of a mercenary kind of fun with, as a soldier of fortune with Domino. It's been great. It's been really good, and I truly love Gail that much, and I can, if you look on my Twitter account, it will say this, and it'll say the ending will say Gail Simone loyalist, and that's who I am. But I am not. But I am a loyalist. But I'm also to the point where I will say I've reviewed a lot of her stuff, and I've said, this was good, but she it felt like she held back a little bit. I've never always said this is the best thing Gail's written, no, because it's not. But you could tell from Gail that she loves what she does, and she just got a big promotion not too long ago. Big news came out of San Diego Comic Con. Now she's going to be, I think, the chief creative officer, I think, for Lion Forge Comics, and couldn't be more happier for her. She just celebrated her anniversary with her husband. I gave them I gave them a happy anniversary to her and Scott. It is what it is, guys. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Uh, okay. Now that's it. So I answered those questions. I'll be back doing this again. I'll answer some more. I think I'll answer another 14 anonymous questions from Tumblr. Like I said, guys, I get a bunch of these things. And the problem is when people ask me questions on Tumblr, like I said, they're anonymous. They're not, there's only one person on here, and his name is White Wolf. I think it's White Wolf, who actually I can tell who wrote it because when it'll say his name at the end, so he wrote it. But everybody else, it's always anonymous. So I made a segment called Answering Anonymous Tumblr Questions. This is at episode 4. I've done 3 before, but this is the first one that's live. But with that being said, guys, the floor is yours. I will answer now a couple of questions for the next half an hour. It is now 10:08 p.m. The floor is yours. Hit me with your questions, dude. I'll answer some questions. And just a few, because I believe this week is my live my first live Q&A for the month of August. So don't get too greedy. I recommend you guys maybe throwing 2 questions at me for each of you, because then you gotta save questions, because I believe it's this, yeah, it is this week. I believe it's this, I think I'm this Wednesday or Thursday, the first Q&A, open mic Q&A for the month of August. Remember, I do 2 a month. So your questions, you can throw them at me now. I'll give you all. I recommend y'all just give me 2. I'm recommending. I'm dead serious. All right. Let's see. Any questions? All right. I'm dead serious, guys. Trust your alpha. Okay. Are you reading? Perry King asked me. Am I reading uh, Bendis' Superman? Yes, I am. Like I said, I'm a rapid fire. I do it. Okay. 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 Next question. What do you think of Lord Darkholme from the new Power Rangers comic? I'm a little behind on the Power Rangers comic, Marion. So, but I'll tell you when I can. So I'm a little behind on that. Negan and Tekken. What the fuck? Okay, Darth Primus asked me, "What are your thoughts on James Gunn's situation?" Oh boy, um, I think it sucks. I think it sucks the fact that, first of all, I'm not agreeing with what he said. I've seen the tweets, and they are just like, what the, it makes you like, yo, what did he say? Like, what did he say? Like, talking about, I'm watching one of them. I remember, I'll never get that because that's the one that just stands out to me when he's talking about. I'm watching Trapped in a Closet. It's one of R. Kelly's one of the best films. Oh, excuse me. Actually, it's the one where he pissed on that girl. I'm like, wait, what? However, these tweets were over 10 years, 8 years ago, and these were founded and found by, I guess, a bunch of Trump supporters, because Gunn is not a Trump supporter and he's been very vocal about that. So it's their way of like, yeah, okay, mother, we're gonna get you. So, but honestly, with Disney and this whole, like, they saw that and they just instantly terminated him. I get where they're coming from, but then I don't, because I'm like, now wait a minute, like, why now? Not why now. Excuse me. You fire him now, but you didn't even like bother to like make like James. Like, you're not like this anymore. I mean, it's kind of hard. It's like a double-edged sword, because we saw this kind of with the situation with the Roseanne situation, but the sheer amount of support that Mr. Gunn is getting, not just from the Guardians of the Galaxy cast, but just from just other people. Like, no, wait a minute, like, he's not like this anymore. Like, yes, but it also, this situation also brings up, especially for a celebrity, you have to be very, very, very careful of what you put on the internet, because people will make you, that could be a turnaround for you, or something. It could just be harsh, especially for a celebrity. Like for me, for example, let's say I went on the internet and I said, "Man, I wish somebody put a pipe up Trump's ass." Blah 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 blah. Nothing really going to necessarily happen to me because I ain't a celebrity. Now imagine if I was a celebrity and I said that, and people would be like, "Oh, why you say that? Oh, yeah, we're gonna take this to studios that you work with. Don't hire him anymore." Yeah, you know, think about that. Um, all right. Next question. Yep, the cast one. Are you glad to see classic Superman costume return? I didn't mind. I didn't mind New 52 costume. I don't mind it. I don't. So the underwears are back on. Okay, fine, no problem. Um, Jason Case. Why do you not want to see End of Days remade? It could be an epic horror action film if done right. Because there's no need for it. There's no need for it. Why? There's no need to remake something that was, the first one was really good. It was a shock. It was really good, but there's no need for it. Okay, so I'm keeping count of your questions, guys. So already, I recommend just dropping two. It is now 10:14. Once that 10:30 hit, I'm done. Uh, let's see. Yeah, you should never. You should never be tweeting about. First of all, I don't like rape. Um, I don't, and anytime I hear it, or anytime I hear that this woman was raped by this man, and that pisses me off. And let's not forget, it's rare, but it does happen. Women have raped men too. It's happened. And people may look at me jokingly, but it's happened. It has happened. Okay. Who is your all-time favorite video game villain? Mine is Ganondorf, because he embodies the fact that evil always finds a way to come back. But that's just me. All-time favorite villain. Video game villain. Hmm. It's kind of hard. Uh, I definitely throw Bison and Bison up in there. He's definitely one of them. Bison definitely. It's not a Street Fighter game without Bison in a sense. Like the villain almost has to be Bison. When Street Fighter tries to bring somebody else as the villain, it just does not work for me. Street Fighter 3, I love Street Fighter 3, but the fact that you had Gil as the villain, I was like, no, that's not working. Um, Seth, not working. Just give me Bison. Akuma works, but he's a threat, Street Fighter threat, but he's more on the side of what's it's always between him and Ryu. Never like the world. Um let's see. Okay. I'm out of here. Peace. Perry, thank you. Um Antron at Jackson Comic Con, I had a chance to pay $300 for all the pre-crisis DC Comics Captain Marvel issues, but $300 is rent money. So yeah, that's a major fight with myself. That happens. That happens. Jason Green Arrow had a flimsy design before the hood look, which is why I say he used to have a flimsy, paper thin design. You're talking about the whole, it was homage to Robin Hood. So, but when he got the hood, I was fine with it too. Darth, I miss Tom Holland Spider Man versus Tom Hardy's Venom, the Battle of Toms. Yeah, I seen actually on Instagram. There's somebody I follow who does like fan art, and you remember that scene from the Venom trailer where he's holding the guy up and the car is shining on him, so you get to see full body Venom. It's full Venom costume with the Spider Emerald and him holding Tom Holland Spider Man. I was like, yo, that's dope. I was like, that was dope. Jason Cage, Jack Slate is Ryan Reynolds. He's a wisecracker, and he has shown he can kicks ass. Okay. Have you played Rising Zan? No. Um, Jason, what alive celebrity do you want to meet? It's too many. Uh, Too many. But one off the top of my head, the guy I grew up, many of the people I grew up with, Arnold Schwarzenegger is definitely one that come to mind. I've met celebrities, you know. The funniest thing is where I guard, where I work security, I work at a high retail and store, and one of the biggest gems of it is that a lot of celebrities do come in, and from time to time, whether it's baseball players, a lot of athletes, um, hip hop stars, things like that, actors. So yeah, it's happened. I can't say it because I'm not sure they could be listening. So. I'm trying Tom Holland, Tom Hardy, Tom Hiddleston, first Marvel and all, first Marvel and all the Chris's. Now it's Tom H. Yeah, somewhat. The difference is that the Venom is not under MCU. It ain't connected to the MCU. So I really don't consider it that. I'm like, yeah, I get where you're coming from, but no. Um, Not a question, but see if you know this catchphrase, here's another nice mess you got me into. Yeah, that's from Stan Laurel and Oliver Harley. Laurel Harley actually saw a first picture of the buyout movie that John C. Riley is going to be, and he looks great. I was like, whoa, he looks really good. So yeah, um, I'm trying. Oh, I met Miley Flanagan at Jackson Common too. Naruto's English voice actor, and she's Sandra Hedman. Oh, that's cool. People forget that Naruto in English dub is actually female, and you see that a lot in you see that a lot in anime dubs. Like females voice the main characters. Look at Ash. For a long time, it was Veronica Taylor, and you know, uh, I think I think young Goku and all of them was a girl, but in the original Dragon Ball, Goku is and Gohan is voiced by a woman, and she just does so better job. I'm not. I feel bad for actors. After Starfire, she looks like a. I feel bad for her because she doesn't deserve this kind of negative hate. Um, I I I don't feel bad. That's what I feel bad for. Um, what I don't, I feel also I'm disappointed in the designers, the costume designers, for having her wear that stuff. Like, why are you having her wear that? Like, like that's on them. That's where I blame it on. Um, the Venom movie could surprise us. Yeah, it could, but I care. I don't care. I'm not supporting any Sony involved Spider-Man live action movie. I'm not supporting them no more. In that, I'll definitely go see Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, but anything live action that involves the Spider-Man universe done by Sony, they had their shot. They did 5 movies. They need to stop and just let Marvel do their thing. What time? Okay, we're good. Standing there and ready. No further. It was great. I was loving that. And then, whoo, that was good stuff. Um, I'm trying to. I went to Comic Con as Captain Marvel this year, as in the original costume and all, short cape with the sash, the works. All right, cool. The wife, well, fiance at the time, went as Stargirl. Ooh. Speaking of Stargirl, that is something I will say that she's getting a TV series on the DC Universe streaming. I'm actually interested in that because one, if you know the history of Stargirl, how she came about, Jeff Johns I think created her, um, and she's an homage to his sister. His sister had died on a famous plane crash, and he created her after Courtney is, and so every time I see Stargirl, I'm like, you know, she I can get behind her. Yes, we should really Courtney. Yeah, that's cool, Sean. I like that. Darvin, my uncle and his kids went to Comic Con last October dressed up as Star Lord, Rocket, and Groot. That's cool. Uh, Stargirl show will actually be heavily tied to the Justice side and apparently will set up a JSA show. Hey, if they setting up a JSA show, I'm all board for that. I've said my piece on the DC universe with their original shows. As of right now, the only thing I'm interested in is the Young Justice show. Um, Titans. After that trailer, I was like, no, no, thank you. I want to see the Swamp Thing because the Swamp Thing, if it's dark and a little gritty, that's okay. When's the last time we saw Swamp Thing in a TV series? Back in the early '90s, when Dick Durock was still doing the role. So yeah, I saw Tomb Raider the reboot and a great faithful action movie. However, should should Hollywood remake Double Dragon and others with faithful adaptations? Um, I still need to see the Tomb Raider, but I heard a lot of my friends say they really enjoyed it because it it played more faithful to the remake of Tomb Raider, the one that's going on now. My problem with it was the them dumb fucks that kept razzing on Miss um what was her name again? Uh, Forgetting her last name, but razzing on because of her breasts and shit. Same kind of stuff that Gal Gadot had to go through, and I'm like, you fucking perverts, like, yeah, stupid. Let's see, but yeah, to answer that other question, should they remake Double Dragon? I don't. Maybe a TV series or so. I don't know, because Street Fighter's getting a TV series. Um, I know they're still working on that Mortal Kombat, and right now, James Wan, I think, is still involved in it. But right now, after hearing that no Scorpion and no Sub Zero, no thank you, no thank you. You out of your mind. You out of your mind with that one. Nope, no thank you. No Scorpion, no Sub Zero, no Johnny Cage. No thank you. Uh, Doom Patrol could be good. Doom Patrol, yeah, it could be good. I saw them cast some. They just casted somebody for it. Should have been PG. Also, rumors state that Stargirl show will be based on the pre-crisis Earth 2 with her and a lot of younger heroes, the kids and sidekicks. That's fine. That's fine too. Uh, I would I would want to watch NFL games with you at a restaurant. I'm a Titans fan. Okay, that's nice. I'm not a Titans fan. Oh well, I have respect for the Titans, but I'm a Raiders fan. There you go. Uh, I like Double Dragon cartoon. I like Double Dragon cartoon. It was bad. Wait, what? Travis? Wait, you said you liked the Double Dragon cartoon. It was bad. I, I think you. I'm trying not to be a grammar nut, but yeah, okay, that one. The Boiler Boss nut shots with the two cipher blocks in the Conquer bat. What the fuck? Okay, y'all talking about Conquer. I never played that game, so it's ridiculous. Persons wanted a China-sized woman for Wonder Woman because Linda Carter wasn't big and Wonder Woman never had the bodybuilder bod. That depends on who's drawing her. Right there, there's a woman that actually, my friend Victor actually put up a cosplayer who dressed in the Wonder Woman costume, movie costume, and she looked perfect. She was she was kind of fitness, but she had a physique that suited what I embody what Wonder Woman should look like. And it worked. Now I'm not saying Gal does not get in the shape for that role and everything like that, but yeah, in the '90s, yeah, they did when they wanted to do the Wonder Woman movie. Then China was, God bless her soul, China was attached to doing the movie. Yeah, but China later on because China shrunk later on. She wasn't as big as she was, but in terms of comics, there different people draw her differently. But the one thing they do try to showcase is that yeah, she's very toned. She's not muscular, but she's very toned. Um, and, but yeah, Linda Carter I mean, she was a beauty. Yeah, she was a beauty queen. She won a beauty pageant, and you see Linda Carter today, you're just like, she's still. I ain't gonna sit there and lie to you guys. Linda Carter still look good. Like wow, she's pretty. She's you know. I'm trying. Can we agree, Cap? Konami has no idea what they're doing anymore. Between canceling Silent Hills and the Metal Gear, you damn right. Um, Konami, I said it before. Fuck Konami, man. They don't know what they're doing. I've said this. I really wish Hideo Kojima-san, was able to take Metal Gear with him when he left, because that's his baby. I don't care. That's his baby. Nobody can come up with the vision he had for that series like him. And Metal Gear Survive is a prime example of they don't know what they're doing. Um, the director who directed Skull Island, he showed concept art of what he wants to do with a Metal Gear movie. I saw it. I'm still scared because it's like, mm. But yeah. Anyway, let's let's end this kind of on a good note because I said we're gonna end this. I know you're right. I just was okay. No disrespect to Gal Gadot. I think Gina Carano would have been amazing. Yeah, she probably could have. I mean, I didn't hate her in Deadpool. I thought she played the perfect. That role was perfect for her. It would have been interesting to see her with Henry Cavill because they used to date, so that would have been funny. So let me see. Okay, gonna end this with these last questions right here, and that's it. Okay. Is there a memorable, all awful moment movie line you know? Um, awful. Yeah, there's a couple. I'm not repeating them. That awful, crappy line from the Street Fighter movie with Van Damme. Oh God, I'm not even going with that one. I looked at my brother because I thought he was going to say it. Okay, what's your favorite song? Stephen Bogger. Um, I have a lot of favorite songs, so I can name one of them, like from an artist. Let's let's go Stevie Wonder. How about that? Um, Supernatural, superstitious. Um, living very superstitious. Isn't she lovely? Happy birthday. I have too many favorite songs, dude. That's hard to go and think of. It's kind of like Superman situation where Christopher Reeves wasn't buff enough for the role. No disrespect to the actor. I'm just saying, yeah, it is. I like all. I like the first three TMNT movies. I do too, but a lot of people don't recognize the last one. All right. Okay. Please don't ask no more questions, guys. This is it. These are the last ones I'm answering. Okay. Would you agree that Nickelback gets unjustified hate that should cease? They are a great band. Yeah. I don't know why Chad Kroger and Nickelback gets like this kind of hate. They actually do have good songs.
My friend Nate, who works in the music business
Mm-hmm.
to a degree, kind of explained the Nickelback hate.
What do you say?
It kind of comes from the fact when they kind of became the kind of the go-to rock band for, I guess, pop culture or media, where anytime you needed like a rock song
Mm-hmm.
on a trail or something or a radio, Nickelback. So I guess
Ah,
it's like,
okay.
and then it went from Nickelback to uh, Fallout Boy
Yeah, Fallout
and
Boy.
Imagine Dragons,
Yeah,
where it's like
and
now
I
they're
like Imagine Dragon too.
I like, but it's like
But
they
they,
got from yeah. Now they're the ones that are always used.
yeah, they do get used a lot. Okay. Um. All right. Let me see. Okay. I like to see a mature Venom video game. Okay. Apparently they broke up not on a bad note, but very awful note. Yeah, I've heard they didn't break up. Like, it wasn't bad, but it was just like. And now I think he is or he was dating a 19-year-old. I'm like, ooh,
Oh,
Henry Cavill. Okay, Steven, uh, I am like you as well. I have a lot of favorite songs, and I have never heard of favorites. Had a favorite song or artist in a while. Okay, great, great Spider-Man shirt. Wish I had it. Go to midtowncomics.com. Go on their T-shirt section and just tap in Spider-Man, and you'll find it. It comes in red and gray. Okay, and I'm gonna end it right there, guys. With this. Not answering anonymous Tumblr question. I'll come back again with another episode of this. Like I said, I get many anonymous questions on Tumblr all the time, so I'll keep answering. I'll do this. I used to pre-record these, but now I think I'll do them live again. I'll do it live for you guys. Be here. I'm gonna let you guys know right now. Definitely be here this week. It's either Wednesday or Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, because I'm in New York. I don't know where everybody else is. But I will be doing the first open mic Q&A for the month of June. I do two. I do one the first week of the month and the last week of the month or so. So then you can bring your bunch of questions. So if anybody's going to be there, great. I will put up a notification, let you guys know as well. I'm still uh, also I am working with teespring.com right now. I'm trying to get some merch, um, designing merchandise and things like that. Um, but other than that, guys, thank you. Good night. And to all those who keep asking, am I gonna start a Patreon and stuff like that? I'm still not knowing if I am. I just don't feel comfortable in some way with having a Patreon account where basically it's me. Well, if you pay this much, you get this. I don't know. I just feel a little bit uncomfortable with that stuff. I will see. Um, but uh, who knows? But this it's definitely this Wednesday. This Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Be here or not. If you can't make it, that's fine. If you follow me on Twitter, leave your questions for me there. Um, Comment, leave me, and put the hashtag open mic, and I'll know who. So I'll answer them on live viewing. But other than that, take care. Thank you. I am out of here.